Kelly Osbourne.
Hi.
Kelly
Welcome
Osbourne.
to tea time.
I am so happy to be here.
It's so wonderful
Having
to have you
tea
here.
with two of my favorite ladies on the planet.
Hello. I can't drink this because Quinn just drank out of it. Oh, well.
That's fair.
Little puppy.
Welcome.
Are you even a mother if you're not going to drink out of your
I
dog's
know.
bowl?
You know, here's the deal. If I didn't just watch him lick his dick and balls, I would have maybe considered.
See, I don't care.
But I figured.
With
I
my
do it.
dogs, I don't care. I share ice cream with them.
How did the dogs get along with the baby?
Oh my God, they're so good. They let him do anything to them.
Good.
Anything to them.
How old is Sid?
He's 2.
He's 2, so
I can't believe
yeah.
that baby shower was 2 years ago.
I know.
That's wild. We were at that baby shower.
I know.
2
Oh
years
my God, I
ago.
can't believe it was 2 years ago. I have known Kelly for a while
That
now.
was going to be my question.
I've known Kelly for a while
Fuck, do
now.
you two know each other?
And I don't remember the exact day where I can be like, oh yeah, I met Kelly that day. What I know for a fact is that her mom set us up.
Yeah.
Her mom set us up to be friends.
Yeah.
Blind date?
Yes, and I've always told Kelly this, but she was always
that.
the only female in the industry that I standed at our time of heights.
And I feel like we were both in the same boat. Like I was like, oh, thank God there's someone like Raven here because she gets it.
Yes, same thing. Kelly always was a truth teller, always honest, always down to earth, and I honestly attributed that because you're not an American.
That's hilarious.
You're not a full American, no offense.
I know I'm not.
And I love that but it's true though. Like you would have been different if you didn't have the background that you did,
I think so too.
and you would have ended up different as well.
I think so too. I consider myself so lucky that I've got to have the best of both worlds and, spend most of my childhood in the UK, but then my teens and 20s, I was here in America. And it's great. It's weird. Like, I love America. I love living here. It's a country that has given me so many beautiful opportunities, but I never feel American. And then I go home to England and they tell me that I'm too American.
Hilarious.
So I'm
Where do
like,
you fit?
where do I fit in? Where do I belong? I don't really know. But considering the state of everything that's going on right now, I am,
See you later.
I'm not going to say no to the idea of going home for a bit.
Right. With your child going back to England, are you going to allow that baby to feel the dual citizenship-ish?
I want that for him. I want him to have the best of both worlds like I did. But I really want him to have an English accent.
Oh my gosh.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I really want him to have an English accent.
So cute.
Because Daddy Sid, here, because for people who don't know, my partner and my son are both named Sid.
Love it.
And Daddy Sid, his parents are both English.
Wow.
But then they immigrated and moved to
He doesn't have
Iowa.
an accent.
He doesn't have one, but both his parents do.
Oh.
And I have one. So if baby Sydney has and he calls me mummy, it'd be so great.
Yeah, he needs an accent.
Has he traveled overseas with you at all?
Yes, he has.
Okay, so you just have to do it more often. And
More
just get
often.
him-
And I play a lot of English cartoons for him.
Good.
There you go.
There it
I like
is.
this.
You do not shy away from your past
Uh-uh.
and the things that you've been through.
No.
And I'm not going to go into it. Those who want to know, you can look it up.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's all there.
Pictures and everything.
I've experienced. I saw some. Your child, how do you feel about going into motherhood, knowing your past? What boundaries are you going to place on that child? Like, have you had that conversation, knowing that the world will allow for things to happen?
Yeah.
Are you going to be extremely protective? How are you going to navigate that?
I think you just have to take everything a day at a time with it and judge each situation individually. You
really
can't have
true.
just one rule and one way of going about it because it's too nuanced. But as it pertains to like my history, I want him to know everything. I want him to know who I am. I want him to know that I've had a past and I came through the other side of it because that the journey is important. And I'm not ashamed of
Exactly.
who I was and what happened because it led me to the me I am today.
100%.
And I can honestly say that I'm happy, I'm proud of myself, and I fucking love my life. Like I've never been like that before. I can't tell you how many times
It was
we've been
up
on
and
the
down
phone
and
and
left
it's
and
just
right.
been like, what the shit is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a chaos that was all of my own making.
Wow.
Really? You're blaming yourself for it?
I mean, there was some things that like there are assholes out there that
I'm not gonna blame you for it, Kelly. I think that knowing that you and your family were inventors.
the stuff when I was a kid you can't blame me for. I was a
Yeah,
kid.
you were a kid.
It's the stuff when I was
fair.
Yeah.
Fair. When you
When
knew
you-
better.
she had
when
and
I
you
knew
still
better
chose.
and I still was not making the right choices.
Okay.
Would you let Sid know or tell him the story of how you were shot?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you were shot?
I just set you up for that. There you go. I knew she didn't
Kelly,
know
where
that story.
the hell did you get shot at? And who did it?
My brother.
Oh.
It was an accident. It was like a really high-powered air rifle
Oh.
that looked just like a rifle. And he was doing target practice. I didn't know, and I ran in front of where he was shooting, and it went straight through my leg and out the other side.
I love this girl
Clean.
so much. Let me tell you something
Clean
about
through.
Kelly. She's a little hood. Y'all don't even know, but
She's
Kelly,
badass.
she's a badass bitch. Like, she be going through some shit, yo. And she be holding it in with her pearls.
You know, excuse me. My 40-year-old woman pearl. Thank you.
That's also like rock star life, though.
Yes!
Like that is just having that like hardcore, like, yeah.
I didn't know this happened.
Hello, ladies and germs, boys and girls. The Grinch is back again to ruin your Christmas season with "'Tis the Grinch Holiday Podcast."
After last year, he's learned a thing or two about hosting, and he's ready to rant against Christmas, cheer, and roast his celebrity guests like chestnuts on an open fire.
You can listen with the whole family as guest stars like John Hamm, Brittany Broski, and Danny DeVito try to persuade the mean old Grinch that there's a lot to love about the insufferable holiday season.
But that's not all. Somebody stole all the children of Whoville's letters to Santa, and everyone thinks the Grinch is responsible.
It's a real Whoville whodunit.
Can Cindy Lou and Max help clear the Grinch's name?
Grab your hot cocoa and cozy slippers to find out.
Follow "'Tis the Grinch Holiday Podcast" on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Unlock weekly Christmas mystery bonus content and listen to every episode ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Spotify, or on Apple Podcasts.
You got a scar?
Yeah.
You got shrapnel?
It went right through her
No,
leg.
the worst. That
That's
wasn't the
beauty.
worst part of it. So keep in mind, this is still in the 90s. It's England. We're in the countryside. It's not like technology like they have now.
Mhm.
And they took me to the local hospital, which was an old manor house that they turned into a hospital.
Oh, Jesus.
And
I like have cows and shit.
literally.
Yeah.
And I went in there and they go, oh, our x-ray machine is out of service. So we're going to have to clean all the shrapnel out by hand.
Oh, hell no.
And so they took this, I'd never seen a Q-tip so long in my life, wrapped it in gauze and like tightly, dipped it in iodine and poked it through the hole in my leg and out the other
Please.
side.
Oh, Kelly. Oh, my God.
Are you serious? My whole body's trembling
Yeah,
right
and
now.
like to
Not
make sure
clean
they
with
And
was,
the pipes.
they didn't
Yeah.
numb you out or anything?
No.
Because they didn't have anesthesia they used on
and
the cow
because they're
before.
not really,
Understood.
like they probably would have given me like a shot of whiskey and been like, go on.
Oh, yeah. I told
It's
you.
old
That's-
school.
It is
That's
old school
old English.
hood. I
You
love,
guys are my favorite.
I love how honest you are.
Thank you.
And you've always been that way. You've been
It
super
is.
open, no matter if you get backlash or not. And I appreciate that about you because when people look back in time and see your comments, even though they were mad at you when you said it, when they look back, they're like, she was right. She was right. Who is that for you and your family, and where did you learn that from?
My mother.
Yeah.
And my father, but mostly my mom. My dad is always, I got like the verbal diarrhea from my dad where you just say what you think without really thinking about it. But the ability to stay in my own conviction and not give a shit if people like it or not that comes from my mom.
And that's
For sure.
Sharon through and through.
Kelly, welcome to tea time. And during tea time, when we're really deep in conversation, we like to pause and put our hand in the teapot to pick out the
Just-
topic that we're
just
going to
break
talk
it
about.
up.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, because surprise, this wasn't even the topic that you were meant to be talking about.
Oh my God, my hand's stuck in there.
Hilarious.
Okay.
There it is.
Well done.
Lovely.
Okay.
Today on Tea Time, we're talking about
women's health.
Women's health. Fun women's health.
That's why we're wearing these. Women's health. We should have had one for you, Kelly. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So we're all women. We're all healthy women. Let's talk
I
about
try
it.
and be healthy.
We try
How
to.
so? Mental health.
Mental
Physical-
health has to come
physical health.
first.
Yeah.
For me in everything because that's where most of my problems lie. And
You've
if
had
I'm not
mental health struggles.
I've had mental health struggles my whole life. I didn't get diagnosed until I was 35.
Diagnosed with what,
With-
Kelly?
Like OCD, PTSD, BPD.
Really?
Yeah. And even though like I barely qualified,
Yeah.
I
Still there.
Still
It's
there.
I have CPTSD.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So this is childhood, right? It's childhood trauma,
it's
environment.
Environment, childhood trauma, and that you carry with you your whole life. I didn't realize that I had so much work to do on myself. And then once I was given my diagnosis, it was like the key to Pandora's box. Like I opened it up and I'm like, okay, I can change this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Sometimes people shy away from that, but I think that figuring out is liberating in a lot
It's
of ways.
liberating. It's like, I was like, okay, great, we've got this. Let's now figure out how we work with it.
Yeah.
Because I've been walking around thinking that I was absolutely fucking insane and that no one understood me when I was just really textbook.
Yeah.
So you have BPD,
Borderline personality
disorder. I read about that a lot, but for those who don't know, could you just give us a quick little blurb of what that actually means?
I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
That's fair.
If I'm honest, because I thought at first it was a bit of a death sentence and that if people ever found out about it, that they would think I was crazy. And it's not. It's just not the case. It just means that like there are certain things that I pick up on. Like if you suddenly became pissed off with me, I would figure it out before you did. You pick up on people's.
So you're highly attuned to your environment. To
so
people,
highly attuned.
Hypervigilant. I relate to those things.
It's a lot of fear of abandonment, I think. But there's something like 9 traits. And you have to have 4 to qualify. And I think I had like 3.5.
Got it. I find that interesting because I read about that. I read about narcissistic personality disorder.
I'm really glad I don't have that.
Yeah, I know. I grew up with a narcissist.
That's wild.
But I bring that up to say there's some people that are born with narcissism. And there's some people that acquire it through their childhood. And I have CPTSD. Chronic.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
That's what that means. And we both grew up in front of the camera.
Yeah.
We both had to be hyper vigilant of knowing what's going on around us at all times and knowing that if we perform for that little glass circle, there's going to be people watching.
Yeah.
I don't know if you went through this, but I also knew that when I'm performing, I'm watching myself and my movements so I know what I look like without actually having to see the screen afterwards.
It's great when you can get someone a gift they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves. That little bit of luxury they don't know they're missing.
And for quality gifts at an affordable price, you know what the go-to is? Quince.
It is for me. I have this beautiful heather gray sweater that when I wear, it's luxurious and comfy, but when you wear it, babe, I just stare in awe.
Wow, that's really sweet. And Quince's Mongolian cashmere sweaters start at around $50.
For the ultimate gifts, check out their 14-karat gold jewelry, Italian leather handbags, and European linen sheet sets.
They only work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, which is something I really admire about the company.
And they use premium fabrics and finishes for a luxury feel in every piece.
Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag.
Go to quince.com/teatime for 365-day returns, plus free shipping on your order.
That's QUINCE.com/teatime to get free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/teatime.
I wish I had that talent because I always find myself like. It wasn't until I went on RuPaul's Drag Race that they told me they're like, you stand real butch. And I was like,
I always thought,
everyone does.
I told her, I was like, you are the straightest lesbian I've ever
literally
met in my
after-
life.
After your
Everyone
birthday.
says that to me. All of my lesbian friends say that to me. And you know how they have, like, there's different categories in being
you're a
lesbian.
butch, dude.
I've come up with a new one. Because you know how they have, like, pillow princess?
Yes.
I'm a pillow and blanket.
No, she didn't go
Yes.
there. Wow,
Yes,
that's
she
a
did.
good one.
I'm a pillow and blanket.
Babes, I think that might be,
Me?
yeah.
Hilarious.
Because
Hilarious.
So
Just Kelly
I would
and
be totally fine if somebody wanted to go down, whatever. But I don't think I could ever
No,
be
you would
face
be
to
on top.
face.
you would be
with
on top.
a vagina. I just don't think I could.
No, but you'd be on top.
Fair.
Like
but
the
like,
blanket.
no.
But what if you strapped up? Like, could you?
I don't think I could do that.
You couldn't be the man?
I'd piss myself.
Really?
I think I'd piss myself laughing. I don't think I could get through that at all.
Really?
No, I think...
Kelly, I can totally. I know this is totally off topic. We're like mental health. Listen, I think you
Women's
could do
health.
it.
This is all part of
It is
you know
women's
what? Sex is part of women's health.
I think you
There
could top
go.
a girl, and then you never have to like kiss it or look at it.
Maybe.
Okay, so other forms though of women's health, I am wondering too, did your relationship to your body change after being pregnant?
Yes.
How so?
I realized how fragile the human body is, but also how powerful
I
it
was going to
is.
say, yeah.
It's insane what happens to your body and how it changes and all these little things that you're like, why the fuck is this happening to me? Like, my nipples went so, like, a completely different color.
Dark.
They go way darker
Yeah.
because it's when the baby is born, they can't see very much.
High
So
contrast.
It goes to a color that the baby can pick up on so it knows where to feed. And I was like,
So
this
cool.
is so cool that your body just does shit like
Yeah.
that.
That's awesome.
The body is amazing. I worked as a birth doula. And
wow, that must have been such a beautiful experience.
it was wild. And like you said, seeing the fragility and then also the power and strength all at one time, watching a woman give birth is one of the most like phenomenal, mind-blowing, terrifying, beautiful things
and
ever.
disgusting.
And disgusting. It's all of the things, but it is
really
like
is.
life encapsulated in one moment. It's wild.
When I was giving birth, it was like I was terrified up until the minute my water broke, and then all of a sudden I became really calm. Everyone else was running out around me, freaking out. My dad was freaking out. My mum was freaking out. Sid was freaking out. And at one point, it was like a TV show. They ran into each other, and I was like, "Can you guys just get it together?" And we get to the hospital, and it was like this superwoman thing came over me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was crazy. I didn't think I had it in me, but you do. You don't realize until you're there.
What's one thing that you learned about your body now that you're a mom? Do you look at it different?
That it can bounce back real quick.
Ooh. Were you worried getting pregnant that your body was going to change a ton and like the weight gain and all of that?
I mean, I have stretch marks, and I think that my stomach kind of is representative of an old man's butthole. But
Kelly.
I got tissues if you need.
like
you
literally,
need to wipe
like
your stomach.
I'll show you, not on camera, but from where because I was
Yeah.
so pregnant, I gained
You were super pregnant.
almost 100 pounds when I was pregnant.
You were super pregnant, dude.
And
Really?
Yeah. It was.
She was cute.
You held that very well because you did not look like you were carrying 100 extra pounds at that baby
felt
shower.
like it.
She
I
held it
mean-
well because she knows how to hold weight.
Once you're a FP, you stay an FP for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Like, former fat person for the rest of my
I
life.
was wondering. I was like, what does
Yeah.
that mean? Me too, dude.
Like and that's why, like, when someone is losing weight and they're doing well, I'm always like, yeah. Like, I know what that feels like, and you're doing so good. And I don't pick apart how they're doing it either.
No, you can't. Unless you've been through the struggle of food and body, you can't understand the hell or the prison you're in and day out. And even if that is a very thin appearing person who is in eating disorder hell because they know that they have to eat something, but it's only at this time or whatever. I mean, it is absolute. It's jail. Like it's the worst thing. And it feels self-inflicted. It feels like this torture. And you are essentially just in your own mental illness.
Yeah.
And it's horrid.
And it's not just for women. Yes, we were talking about women's health, but men struggle with it. And
Yeah, they do.
I think that it gets overlooked in men a lot of the
I
time.
think so
Very
too.
true.
And I'm not trying to, this is not about y'all, but I'm also just letting y'all know that we see you.
Men are important.
Sometimes. And I feel like right now, since we're talking about women's health, I don't want to shy away from the fact that
No, yeah. These are human issues.
These are human issues. These
It's
are
very
definitely human
true.
issues.
Do you feel more grounded, secure, at peace in your body now than
I
you
do.
have recently, especially since now you're 40?
Sit for 40.
You look
40.
good.
In my
You know, I heard
40s.
that 42 is the like chef's kiss age
Life?
of a woman.
I
it's
heard
like
that
the
too.
best-
Between 42 and 45
Yeah,
is
like-
supposed to be like the best time of your life.
best you'll ever look, feel, whatever. I mean, you're on your way. We're
I'm
all on our
excited.
way.
We're all on our way.
But yeah, I'm glad. So you are feeling.
I do, and I don't feel like I have to pretend to be anybody.
How freeing.
I think that I've been on this planet long enough to where people have made up their mind about me. If they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't, and they'll find every reason not to. and you're just like, that's okay. I don't need you to like me for my happiness.
Yeah. I love that. Let's toast.
Let's toast.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino.
With this season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything on your list. Exclusive games, huge jackpots, and exciting rewards.
DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager.
Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week.
So, sign up with code TEATIME because the holiday cheer is here.
Only on DraftKings Casino.
Gambling problem?
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Please play responsibly.
21 plus.
Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only.
Void in Ontario.
Eligibility restrictions apply.
New customers only.
Opt-in required.
Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours.
Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos.
What are we toasting to, babe?
Today we're toasting to women.
Okay.
And I'm going to read off some facts about women and the gender health gap when it comes to women. As of 2015, there were 5 times more studies on erectile dysfunction, which impacts roughly 18% of men, than premenstrual PMS, which impacts up to 90% of women. So
they care more about erectile dysfunction than something that the humans have been going through, females, since the beginning of time, every single month.
exactly.
What are they expecting for us to just like communally tell you what's up?
I don't know what they're expecting, but crazy. Just
Kelly?
a fact.
I just don't understand why the dick is more important.
Forever more important, it
It
seems.
doesn't make sense.
No.
That's what a lesbian would say, Kelly.
Oh my God.
Women will spend
here.
25% more of their lives in poor health compared to men, with a significant portion of this disparity occurring during their working years. Again, because of research and men dominating and
That's sad because they put us on such a high pedestal to keep humans populated in this world, and yet you won't look at us equal when it comes to health in our working years. We have to fight to work.
Yeah.
We have to fight to get these positions, and now we have to fight just to stay in good health. It's disgusting.
And here's one more for all of us. Out of 112 internal medicine residency programs reviewed in a 2016 study, approximately 25% did not include menopause, and more than 70% did not include infertility. So the gender health gap is massive, and I think that women have to educate themselves, and us having these types of conversations is super important and needed, and we have to keep learning about our bodies and ourselves and take it upon ourselves to educate ourselves and the other women in our lives, and know what your anatomy is called.
Yeah, what do you call your
hoo-ha.
Your hoo-ha?
I don't really have a name for it.
You didn't name her?
No.
Did you name yours?
Yeah, that bitch.
Oh my
I
God.
I was literally going to tell a joke, and I was like, no, that's a bit crass. I'll keep it to myself.
Well,
You call it cunty?
Yeah.
oh, there it is. You guys, you two are perfect. You two are perfect. Kelly, thank you for being here today.
Thank you so
You're
much for
such
having
an
me. I love that
angel.
you fucking knew that. Because I was like, I was
And
going to
she's
say.
British.
Got you, girl.
Too good. Too good.
Love you.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.